Welcome back here inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena for tonight's first game matchup between the 1 and 4 Polar Bears, who start things off here on this left side of your screen. They sit 1 and 4 overall, tied for last in the division. That is a current tie with the Firestorm, who we'll see here in game number 2 here tonight. Squad to the right, that's going to be the Guppies. They're 3 and 1. They're currently third in the division, just a handful of points behind first. So far in the season series between these two squads, the Guppies have the 1-0 advantage. That was a 1-goal game difference. Happened just a handful of weeks ago. Just under a minute here in warm-ups before we'll get set to get things going here between the 1 and 4 squad of the Polar Bears and the 3 and 1 squad of the Guppies. The two netminders here tonight is Nick Rowe. He's had 18 goals against for a 3.5 goal against average. And on the other side for the Guppies, it's Jim Aiello. 3 and 1, that is. 16 goals against with a 4 flat goal against average from Lake Ronkonkoma, New York. I definitely butchered that, and I do apologize. So we'll see what we get ourselves into here in the start of this one between the Polar Bears and the Guppies. Standing so far in the season here, as we have a quick moment, are the Ducks. They sit undefeated, 5-0 on the season for 10 points. Hamilton's right behind them, 4 wins, 2 losses for 8 points. Your Guppies on the right side sitting in third, 3-1-1 for 7. Goldberg squad, the Zomponis, 2 and 4 with 4 points. And then the Polar Bears and Golden squad knotted up for last at 1 and 4 for 2 points. Out of these two teams here tonight between the Guppies and the Polar Bears, the Guppies sit 3-1-1 in their last 5, while the Polar Bears sit 1 and 4 on a 4-game losing streak. And as for the Guppies, they come with a win in their last matchup. Just about ready here for this opening puck drop between the Polar Bears and the Guppies. One of the big differences so far in the season is the jerseys for the Guppies. They started beginning the season in those light blue jerseys, now in the neon green, which we had seen, I believe, right at the start of last week. Mallory Meyer set to take the draw for the Polar Bears, not able to win that one back as it comes out to Limbic from Missouri. Finds a stick of McCumber, playing in his 60th plus season. Looking to get on the board as he only has 2 assists on the season thus far. Still waiting to get his first goal. Guppies come down the near side. That's going to be played off sides. Just a hair too far to the reach from Limbic. As this is going to come right back into the neutral zone. Don Schick so far in the season. Play that on the near side. Has a 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points from Boswellisville, New York. Morgan hits the blue line, but just able to hold on to it, skating down from the right side circles. From Pofftown, North Carolina, Morgan centers it, trying to get it over to Morgan from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, that is. Getting her confused with number 11, Martinez from Kernersville. Drops it back to McCumber. Try to get a feeder right back into Myers as it's worked the other way. Kilmer touches it forward for Favola from Islip, New York. Fires one in, just misses wide on the netminder of Rowe. As we play down low, as Drucker's able to hit center ice. Just out of the reach of Adam Little. Adam Little, another native of Kernersville. About 3 or 4 here playing tonight from that area. Here's a shot, scores! Don Schick able to poke this one home, gets his 2nd goal of the season. This one coming here just over a minute and a half into this first period. Puck's dropped here as we're getting set to go right back into action. Chasing back after it's number 4 of Layer. He'll ring it around the near side corner, trying to get it over to Fairgrounds, just out of his reach. As Trask trying to keep it in, as it'll be turned over now, back over for Fairgrounds. Fairgrounds leaves it forward for Kuhn. They have numbers. Back into feet into centering. Trying to get a shot off there was Little. Doesn't go right back out in front, trying to poke it home. Save made there by Aiello, as it's going to be played down on the near side corner. Guppies still with it, trying to work it forward for 42. McDevitt has 1 goal so far in the season, the Florida native. As that's not going to be able to be held in onside was Klein. Just escaped that blue line. As we'll have another neutral zone face-off here, 17 minutes to go in the first period. Apologies here as camerawoman has went down to the restroom, so I'm doing everything here myself for the next handful of minutes. So if the camera work's not the best, or as well, either myself, do apologize. Schneider works up the far side, able to get it to Little. He'll dump it in and look for a chase down the near side. Trying to get it on was Martinez, as that's going to be kept in at the point for the time being. Working in from the slot. Shot! Glove save made by Aiello, coming off of the stick of Jack Layer. 4-1 shots on goal so far here in the first period. That's in the lead of the Polar Bears. As for Aiello, he sits with 16 goals against with a 4 flat goal against average. That's half a goal against difference compared to the man across from him, that being Nick Rowe. Elrod trying to keep it in, or work that out, that is. Apologies. As that goes down to the ice, no icing. First one back to it's going to be Derek Wells. Nearly turned it over, and Elrod is able to come away with it. As a man out to the point instead, trying to find an open pass to the slot. As Myers working to get it out of danger. Chips it back up top. Myers has 1 man to beat. She's able to get it there. Shot! Save made by Aiello right into that far side corner. Horn trying to keep it in at the point. Woo! Comes down low. Shot goes on for Martinez. Aiello will hold on to it and cover it. 15-14 to go here in the first. And all that action was right here on YouTube. Didn't miss a thing. Puck chopped out to the point. Quick shot misses wide. Coming off the stick of Schneider. Drucker trying to fire one on him as that goes off a body out in front. As here comes the Guppies down the other way. Have the captain of Elrod to his left, able to hold it in on sides. Drops it back down low, but not able to get a stick on it. Was that Tampa native of Elrod. As it's battling in the corner with McCumber. Elrod still with it, trying to find a centering feed, but Myers is able to get a stick on it. As Elrod comes right back away with it up to the far side point. I'm going to drop it back in, trying to get it over for Horn. Instead it comes out for Derek Wells. Try to get a centering feed. Just able to escape danger as Olympic wasn't able to hold it in at the blue line. Right at 6 minutes gone here in this first period, as a nearly turnover from Limbic would have gave the Polar Bears a great chance here in this first period to find the equalizer. Wells not able to hold it in, got to stick to it, but Horn's going to go off for a line change. Nearly a chance there for a breakaway going back the other way. Over for McCumber, drops it back over for Wells. Great defensive pairing so far in the season, as Wells fires a shot that misses wide, as Wells is looking to get his first goal of the season. Right on the net of Aiello, able to keep this one out and working it forward for the Guppies. Right up to the neutral zone, would be played in offsides. Drucker is indeed going to take that slap pass and get the puck stoppage. 13:20 to go here in the first period. 1-0's your score in favor of the Guppies. That's coming off the stick of Don Schick back a minute and a half into this first period. Since then, the Polar Bears are trying to get something going back the other way. Nearly turned over as the Guppies will have it once again. It's Favola. Has 3 goals on the season. There's a turnover here in the neutral zone. Gives a chance for Schneider to work it back to the right as it's pinched off and trails back by the net of Nick Rowe. Kilmer turns it over, trying to get his first goal of the season. Tipped out in front and cleared out by Adam Little. Tried to clear it all the way down, linked to the ice, but goes off the stick of Mark Riccardi. Or off the skate, that is. That was just going to be able to be kept in, or just outside the blue line, that is. As he'll try and find a centering feed, as that's going to go behind the net of Rowe. Up high for Layer, trying to clear it out as is up for Little. He throws that one down, linked to the ice. That should go for icing, as I did not see it touch anything. Indeed, it will. 8 minutes gone here in this first period. 11:50 still up on the board. Set to take the draw is going to be 29 of Joshua Edwin. Has 1 goal on the season from Wayne, Maine. What a tongue twister there. From on the sheet, Edwin listed. This is one of his near a chance here. Had a chance on the backhand. Trying to fire one was Favola. Once again, the puck's just sitting there out of the net of Rowe. He's able to just cover that after 3 or 4 shots. Keeps this one out. 11:10 to go here in this first period. As I was mentioning, back to Edwin. From Wayne, Maine. Played a handful of seasons prior to being here in Winston-Salem. But one of the main reasons that he chose to play here over other areas was due to this broadcast here. Skating in, Limpic fires a shot off. That's going to be blocked up in front by Myers. Trying to chip it up for Kilmer. In the skates of Mallory and Myers, as she'll just dump it behind the net of Rowe. Trying to get a centering feed, and now's a chance here for the Polar Bears as they go from left to right. Morgan holding, trying to dump it in. As he'll fire it back behind the net. Myers will pinch it off up high. Trying to deke around, but here comes Kilmer. Kilmer hits the blue line. Looks to be a 1-on-3 situation, waiting for reinforcements. Drops it back from the left circles. Favola looking for a centering feed. Limpic fires one on, misses wide. Nobody home down low. Our apologies here is 4 of Reinhardt, just able to hold it in. The Sencrest, South Carolina native fires one on. Once again, off the body of Myers. That's her second block shot here in this one shift. Back over for Reinhardt, gets a stick to it. Schick, the 1 goal scorer so far in the night, has it back deep in his defensive zone, trying to get it back out to the neutral zone, and now comes a 2-on-2, able to deke around one of Schneider. Back down low from Limpic in this near side corner. Trying to find somebody on the back door is Trask. Ends up leaving it for Myers as it's right there at the point, and skips the blue line as Morgan hits the blue line. Morgan with 1 goal on the season. So far, that's been his only point. That's played off this near side half board. Over from McCumber. Wells trying to tip it forward. Turned over and nearly a chance. Here's a breakaway for 24 of Trask. Wells coming in deep. Shot. Save. Rebound goes up high. Not able to get that rebound shot off. Were the Guppies. Apologies there once again about the camera work. Wells drops on down low, trying to get it over for Drucker. They'll ring it behind the net for Adam Little. Up high for Kuhn. Shot goes on a yellow. He'll hold on to it. 8:35 to go here in the first. One nothing's your score. Once again, that's back to Don Schick. Minute and a half here into the first period. As McCumber fires one on as it comes down low. Guppy's able to clear it out. Can be a foot race back the other way. First one to it's going to be Derek Wells. Nearly over skates it as McCumber down low. Instead gets a centering feed over to Drucker. One touches it for Little and right back to Drucker, but just behind him. Little give and go here as McCumber comes away with it, trying to get it over for Kuhn. Just out of his reach, and he'll dump it down length of the ice. Trask nearly a chance to keep it in there at the blue line as Kuhn will work it back the other way. Drucker has it forward. He has some room. Centers, Kuhn, shot, saved. Rebound comes out in front as the Guppies are able to come away with it. Had a chance for the Polar Bears just moments after the Guppies had a chance, and here's another one. Taking it behind the net, Elrod. Centers it, nobody there on the back door, just too far out of the reach. As there's an equipment malfunction here for a yellow. So we'll take a puck stoppage here, 7:04 to go. Face-off going to come back into the defensive zone here for the Guppies. Oops, apologies here. Face-off will be... You're into the neutral zone. Puck's going to be stopped. Or clock's going to be stopped. That is 6:31 mark. Going to be a neutral zone face-off. Supposedly. Or McCumber from down in the bench say with that stoppage, the puck should go back into the defensive zone here for the Guppies. Not exactly sure what's going to be called here. Regardless, clock's going to go back up to 6:45. It was down to 6:31, just a handful of seconds. Shots on goal 8-7 in favor of the Polar Bears, but the score does not reflect that. 1-0 in favor of the Guppies off of the shot from Don Schick, getting his second goal of the season, this being his 10th season of play from Baldwinsville, New York. One of his fun facts that he put on a little sheet that I gave out was, absolutely none. I'm boring. Can't be too boring here, getting the first goal of the night. Win here would help push this third place Guppies into a top 2 spot as the play has resumed. Guppies with it back behind their own zone, gets a chasing Elrod. That's going to go on the net and covered up from Nick Rowe. Another face-off here will come to our left. A very quick puck stoppage there. That was rushed down length of the ice with a chasing Elrod. Out to the point, quick shot blocked by Myers. Trying to find another shot on as Fahrenholtz is able to clear this one out. Two-man chasing hard, one of them being Mallory Myers. This is down to the near side corner as Lembeck works it up forward for 3 of Chris Horn. Trying to get a centering feed, has Elrod there, leaves it for his fellow forwardman. As a puck battle down the near side half boards, goes right back to that near side corner. Elrod with it. Out to the top with a point, trying to hold it in. Reinhardt, he does. To the corner, trying to get a centering feed, trying to poke it home as Rowe came out of his crease just a tad to play that puck. Trying to find another feed over the Reinhardt as that's going to be cleared down length of the ice. That will not be far enough for an icing as that's going to be picked up from the left side hash marks. Morgan applying the forecheck, gets turned over. Here's a chance for Myers, fires one on, goes off the post. Myers looking for her second goal of the season. Comes out to the point of Schneider, trying to get it around Elrod. Serving as a captain here for the Guppies. Shot scores, goes off the boot of Myers. Finds its way into the back of the net, gets credit with that one. Didn't get the shot, got almost in a sense lucky there, but Myers gets her second goal of the season and ties this one up 1 apiece here. 4:40 to go here in period 1. And I had the camera facing the wrong way. Oh, goodness. Kuhn hits the blue line 11. Francom trying to clear it out does, as the Guppies will go right back into their own zone, leaving it for Francom. I can get that centering feed. One touches it right back. And down with the grass it goes. Going to be picked up from Wells. Scores 1-1 here in period number 1. That's going to go down with the ice. Should be an icing. Indeed so. And this play will go right back down to this left side of your screen, to the defensive zone of the Polar Bears. 3:40 to go here in the first. Down the near side come the Polar Bears. Martinez trying to work it in past the blue line as here comes the Guppies. Right back the other way. 17 of Schick from the right circle, spinning around, has a little, applying the pressure right on the back door. Wells trying to clear it out. Apologies there. Martinez works it up forward for Wells. Going to be a foot race going back the other way. As Riccardi's able to chip it forward, able to keep it in on sides as it goes right back over for Riccardi. Going to be a foot race the other way. Netminder coming out of his net. Rowe's going to chip it down, trying to get it over from Macumber. As it finds a stick of Schick. Shot save made by Rowe. Favola looking to get his 4th goal of the season. Was feeling the pressure from a man back. Favola calling for it on that backdoor, had a chance. Oh no. Whew. Apologies here, thought the audio was cutting out. And again, it may be not able to be holding on to the screen constantly. Does make a difference here. Kilmer trying to chip it out. Myers able to hold it in. Back over from higher shot. Tipped, save by a yellow. Drucker trying to send it through the 5-hole. As it comes down low for Macumber. Whiffs on the shot attempt as here comes a chance now for the Guppies. Kilmer looking for his first goal of the season. Save made by Rowe. Myers able to take it back behind the net, and down low it goes for Macumber. Chipping it forward, turned over. Here's Kilmer. As a man sitting on the front door, tipped and saved by Rowe. With under a minute to go here in the first period, we'll have about 1, maybe 2 more good chances here in this first period before we send it to a 1-minute timeout for the intermission. Current score sits 1-1. 2 goal scorers coming from Don Schick and Mallory Myers. Back behind the net, Schneider chips it forward with 30 to go. Finds the skate of 25 of, I believe it was Kuhn, could have been. Apologies there, that was Morgan. Ends up leaving it back from Myers. Myers has one that went off her boot. Trying to chip one as that one got sent wide. Morgan's shot, not able to get that one lifted off of the ice. As the Guppies are trying to clear it out now with 10. Shot gets blocked out in front from Lembick. Morgan trying to hold it on the boards with 3 seconds. One last chance. Centers. Myers trying to fire one off. Couldn't get her stick on it cleanly. So we'll have a 1-minute timeout here at the end of this first period. Going into the second, all knotted up, one apiece.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina is a city with a rich history of reinventing itself. Here you can wine and dine back in time, or raise a glass to the future. Witness history in the making, or savor the present moment. That's why you'll love visiting Winston-Salem. Our past is present, our future is bright, and our city is yours to explore. Look forward. Travel back to Winston-Salem.
Coming back here in period number 2, scores all knotted up one apiece between the Guppies and the Polar Bears. Both squads looking to make a statement. Once again, another equipment malfunction here from Aiello. So we'll take a quick break here. Still has yet to leave the crease on this right-hand side. So we'll take another break here. We'll be back whenever we get set for the start of period number 2. Coming back here in period number 2, finally set. And this all knotted up matchup. Fairgrounds nearly had a chance here as Morgan trying to work it in. Myers fires it on as that one just got sent wide. Comes down low for Limbic. Rings are on the far side. Able to get it over for McDevitt just out of his reach. That's going to go down like the dice for an icing. 30 seconds gone here in this first period. Next matchup here will be in just in a right about 15 minutes away from now. It's going to be between the Firestorm and then the squad in first, that being of the Mighty Ducks. Shot saved right out in front from Aiello as that's going to be played up to the far side corner. I'm under who playing once again fairly far out of his crease. Not sure if there's a reason behind the madness or if that's what he's been comfortable with. Regardless, that's where he stands. Down to the near side corner, Morgan going to take it back behind the net, trying to get it over to Wells. So that's going to come out for a Guppy. Down low, still not able to clear the zone. Now they do. Trask, the Kernersville native, trying to get a centering feed down low for McDevitt, the Palm Harbor, Florida native, as it goes right back behind the net, up high to 11 of Francom. Back over for Riccardi. Down low. Trying to get a touch back out the other way as it's stuck between the feet of Klein and Riccardi. Back up high, not ready for it was Favola. Back down low for Riccardi. Has some real estate to work with. Gets a centering feed just off sides, having to retouch. Klein trying to work it forward as that's going to go back down to the ice. Will not go for an icing. Francom, the first one to it's played for 10 plus years. Started at the age of 42. Trying to get it over as Wells. Nearly got a pinch off there, was 3 of Horn. As that goes down to the near side corner. Francom, Wells battling at it. Down this near side corner, has a little waiting down low. Trying to get it to him, just missed on the backhand. McCumber fires one on, blocked out in front, and you can tell that stung him. Wells fires one on, just missing wide. Francom looking to clear it out. Goes right in front of Little, fires one on. Adam Little looking to get his 3rd goal of the season. Has 4 points so far. His 2nd goal of the season. Has 1 goal, 3 assists. Gonna be a foot race now between Myers and a Guppy. Guppy able to win it, but Myers still not giving up. Trying to apply the back check as here comes Riccardi hitting the blue line. Has some real estate, Wells pressing, centering feed. The 3 of Horn just sent it high. To the point. The Guppy still with it. Riccardi going off for a line change, says that shipped out, and here comes a breakaway opportunity for Adam Little. Adam Little all alone fires and just misses wide. Not happy there at all. Had Trucker waiting on the back door. Adam Little in ready position, waiting to get a second chance, as Adam Little once again has 1 goal on the season. Favorite player going up for Little was Rod Brindamore. Now a coach for the Carolina Hurricanes, alongside being a player for them back in that Stanley Cup winning season in 2006. Pinched off there was Myers, not able to hold on to it as Olympic fires it down this near side half boards. Battling at it and cleared, not out that is, as McCumber able to hold it in. Chipping it forward, Drucker got a tip on it. Trying to lift it up and over the pad of Aiello. Elrod trying to work it out. Still away with it. Centering feet up high, Olympic on it. Stops. Trying to get it down low for 3 of Horn. Had a chance to score him back here in this previous first period. Here comes Elrod. Backhanded chance. Got sent through the paint. And that's as far as she wrote. Back over for Elrod. Holding, fires. Goes off a limb and back down low to the point. Gets turned over, and here comes Drucker. Falling down into the half board, says it will be poked back for Wells. That's cleared down, linked to the ice. Should be an icing call. Indeed so. 14:40 to go here in period number 2. coming back here after that equipment malfunction once again from a yellow. Kuhn trying to work it forward, gets poked aside as the Guppies are able to come right back away with it. Leading in shots on goal 15-12, but tied on the scoreboard, all knotted up at 1. Schick able to keep it in. Trying to find a centering feed as it's back down low. Kilmer ends up hitting the ice. Back over for Riccardi. Going to be backhand to get in deep. Kuhn may have got a piece of it as Schick will fire one right back into the slot as Schneider chips it up forward for Fairgrounds. That's going to be cleared down to the ice. Down for an icing call here. 13-13 to go in the second. I never checked skate rental. This jacket is warm. I mean, I'm going to give you this jacket during... You sure? It's actually fairly warm up here. I know. To the point, trying to get it back over for Schick. Ends up getting turned over. Fires it out of the zone, but it's going to be picked up by the Guppies right on top of the Thunderbirds logo. Another turnover there by Martinez. The fellow 11 of the Guppies, that being Frankham, clears it in deep. Trying to chase after is Martinez. Works it right back out of the zone. First one to it's going to be 19 of, I believe, Riccardi. Kuhn gets it turnover and has a chance down low. Fires one off the side of the cage. First one to it on the rebound is going to be Riccardi. Has Kilmer to his right. Drops it down low. Fires it on. Misses high. Myers trying to work it out. That's just going to be sent wide of the net of a yellow. Yeah. Poked out in front, trying to lift it. Morgan trying to poke it up over the pad as it still loose. Goes off the face mask of a yellow. Had to have at least 6 or 7 shots there. Guppies in on sides, working up forward, goes right through the feet of 22 of Favola. Has 3 goals on the season. Kept in and cleared out. Limbic able to pinch it off. Fakes a pass and goes low. McDevitt got a stick to it but couldn't hold on to it. It's going to be a foot race down to the near side for Lair. Man hits the ice hard. Ends up tripping on an edge or something of that sort. Saucer pass out to the point, not able to be held on from Reinhardt. 10.5 to go. Turned over. Here's a chance for Schneider. Taking it behind the net, end up losing possession for a moment, as it's going to be kept back down low. Layer trying to hold it in and does somehow, some way. Cleared back out for Schneider. He was ready for it, and the scoreboard had gone out momentarily. This one here on the right side of your screen. Well, not on the YouTube feed, but the scoreboard in-house had went out. That had been an ongoing problem earlier on in the season. Hadn't been seen as of late. Could have been a partial reason of why the scoreboard on the video board, if you will, had gone out yesterday. That was a mildly inconvenience during that Thunderbirds game. And worked all the pregame. As soon as the game was getting ready to start, it had cut out, was out for all of the first period. Halfway through the first intermission, it had cut back on and has been on ever since. Had not touched anything up here on the computer system and just decided to turn back on. Out in the field, Little trying to just clear it into some open space. As it comes down low, battling at it, Kuhn gets the turnover. Sharp angle, trying to fire one right through the slot as it comes up for McDevitt. Over skating it and chips it forward for Limbic. Dekes around, got the turnover, was Drucker as he'll just fire it in right back down in deep. A New York native is Drucker from East Northport. This is right back out to center ice. Little works out a pie for that East Northport native. Just out of his reaches. It's going to be worked up for Elrod. Elrod trying to get it around Macomber. Another non-North Carolina native. All of them, really, if you want to think about it. Elrod there being from Tampa. Macomber being from Toronto. Alongside Drucker being from New York. Shot and save by Rowe. Shot came down low from the Guppies. That's all she wrote here for Limbic. At the 8-minute mark of the second, going to go for a line change, and that will bring in 11 of Frankham and 19 of Riccardi. Macomber away with it, chipping it forward, Fairgrounds. Trying to get it around Frankham as it comes right back down low. Elrod down low, trying to get a backhanded shot on. Saved by Rowe as it's worked right back down low and cleared into the corner by Rowe himself. Riccardi dekes around one, goes forehand, backhand, trying to get it down low. Wells gets in the way. As it's played right back into the near side corner. Still has a 1-1 tie. 7:15 to go here in the second, that is. Woo, apologies. Cleared out to the neutral zone. Had a full man rush going to the left side of your screen. That would have been into the defensive zone of the Guppies. Goes right off to the boot, and here comes Fairgrounds. Hits the blue line and dumps it. Riccardi around one. Oh, down low for Elrod. Trying to get the centering feed back over for Kettner. The Kernersville native. As I was mentioning earlier, there's 4 or 5 guys playing here tonight alone from Kernersville. Sending down the ice for an icing. Going over all those that I can see here at the top of my chart. Andy Martinez of the Polar Bears alongside Adam Little. And as I was just mentioning, Brian Kettner. Some of the others that are from the surrounding areas, Pofftown of Nate Morgan. And the Winston-Salem native of Zach Kuhn. Shot saved right out in front by a yellow. Apologies, that was Rowe. Some others just a tad bit further away is Tyler Kilmer from Moxville, North Carolina. Shot nearly got a piece of Kilmer. A little bit of the broadcaster's curse, if you will. Just able to miss him. Kilmer had played football previously, had been almost guaranteed to hit a lot harder than what that puck would have. Though not one of those things you'd be expecting here. Not just that, friendly fire on top of it. Chipped out in front, trying to poke it home. With 17 of Schick, he's had 1 goal so far in the night. He's looking for a second and third goal of the season. Playing it back deep are the Guppies behind the net of Aiello. Aiello from New York as well. Chipping it forward. Were they able to get a stick to it? Yes, so no icing. Off the far side half boards, turned over. Olympic able to hold it in, looking for a second goal of the season. As Morgan's able to clear it down low, going to be a foot race. Schneider has it at the blue line. Has 2 men up in front. Just went past the glove of Aiello. Turned over here once again. Off the boot of Limbic. Chips it up high. Back over for Limbic. As he'll fire it down low, trying to get it over to Kilmer. Chipping it forward just a hair too far as Schneider works it right back out to center ice. Injury trying to work it forward. Down low for a little long shot there, got sent wide. Here's a chance now, 3-on-1. Gets around him, centers it. for the wrong team. Macomber was there on the back door. Fires one in, long shot gets blocked out in front. Kilmer gets a shot, tipped out in front once again as a puck's loose. Trying to fire that one home with 17 of Schick. Centers it. Kilmer fires one on, glove, saved and saw it the whole way. It was Rowe. 3:35 to go here in the second. Game number 2 will be back here on YouTube as well between the Firestorm and the Mighty Ducks, although will not be a live play-by-play as I'll be down on the ice for the Firestorm. Trucker trying to clear it as it's right at the blue line. Riccardi not able to onto it. Here's a chance now for Kuhn. Looking for his 4th goal of the season. Got sent wide and goes crashing into the boards. Comes right back down low for Kuhn from the ice. Centers it out to the top of the point. Macomber's there. Gets a tip on it with Drucker. Drucker works it back, trying to get it over for Macomber, and does. And now here's a chance for McDevitt, trying to work it forward, as that puck's going to go into the Guppies bench. .220 to go here in the second. Shots on goal 21-16 in favor of the Guppies. So far in the season, they played each other once. That one game was a 1-goal game in favor of the Guppies. And as you can see so far here, you can understand why. A 1-1 game late in the second period, where I had never started the clock since the 13-minute mark. Whoopsies! Puck's down low for Adam Little, closing in on 90 seconds to go here in the period. Just out of his reach as it goes up high. Wells going to be the first one to it. Going to drop it back for Macomber as they switch around playing defense. Shipping it forward, trying to get it over for Kuhn. Picked up by Riccardi as it's sent up high for Wells. Centering pass finds Kuhn. Wiped out in front, and that's me covered up. Puck was loose for a second underneath of Aiello. Aiello fires a slash there on Fairgrounds. I didn't see any harm in that. Once again, not really sure what that was about. Under a minute to go here now in the second period. Once again, third period here tonight. I'll be having to get ready for game number 2. So we'll see what goes on here. Leader fires a shot on, just misses wide. Fairgrounds with it. Trying to clear it out to the slot map. Myers away with it. Clearing it down low. Four of Layer not able to hold on to it as that's for Schneider. Ships it off the far side of the half board, trying to get it from Myers. Indeed does, as she'll dump it in deep. Gonna go behind the net of Aiello, that is. Chips it up and out. To the neutral zone. Schneider with it with one, and that will do it here for the second period. Only one goal finds its way into the back of the net. That's from Mallory Myers right at the 5-minute mark of this second period. Gonna take a quick 1-minute break, and we'll be back for the start of period number 3. But as soon as we wouldn't have known the difference. Yeah, we were actually getting ready to start. OD. Is it after the? I'm gonna start the period and I'm gonna get the only thing I won't do is actually, it should already be on his iPad. It may have been the fact that like I wasn't able to get into the if I remember, I was handed the jacket and the patch at 2 different times. Well, not 2 different times, but they were same day. But here's my jacket and here's your. Well, I think I got it at the same time, but it wasn't like something that was together.